Between the months of July and August, Sam Dolnick of the New York Times published a series of articles titled Unlocked Inside New Jersey Halfway Houses. Throughout the articles, he cited that 85 escaped inmates are currently at large in New Jersey and specifically highlighted the murder of Viviana Tully, a victim of David Goodall, an escaped inmate from the Delaney Hall halfway house. Whereas the rate of incarceration and recidivism has decreased, 10,000 inmates, or 40% of the prison population, is released back into society in halfway houses each year. The largest organization handling this population as is reintroduced into society is the CEC, Community Education Centers.
CEC operates in 17 or 18 states. We have 4,000 plus employees across the country doing a various number of programs for offenders.
Senior Vice President of the CEC, Bill Palatucci, is known to have close personal and political ties with Governor Chris Christie. They were both part of the same law firm that was instrumental in Christie's election to office, and they were both registered lobbyists for the CEC. With the recent signing of a bill into legislation by Governor Christie, nonviolent drug offenders, which constitute a large portion of New Jersey's inmate population, will go to halfway houses instead of prison. Of the $105 million spent on halfway houses last year, just over $71 million went to the CEC. Last year, during an audit by the state comptroller, the system found problems with management and security. According to the New York Times, over the past 2 years, over 1,300 inmates have escaped from New Jersey halfway houses. Bill Palatucci says this is because the New York Times has used the wrong terminology in classifying the inmates.
Now, they may be required to come back to a facility at a certain time, and if they happen to be late, they are termed to be an absconder because they're late to returning. The New York Times went out of their way to claim to characterize that person as an escape when that's not the proper term.
Although there may be a discrepancy in the language the New York Times used, the CEC has received fines recently. Senior Vice President Bob Mackey elaborates.
There were 3 fines, each for $5,000, and they were assessed for failing to provide timely notification, which typically means something in the proximity of an hour.
Although fines have been received by the CEC, Mackey believes that the New York Times report was inaccurate.
Yeah, I think the Times got the story absolutely wrong. You have a system here that's one of the best in the country with over an 11% reduction in recidivism.
Just how effective halfway houses are remains to be seen as inquiries and investigations are still ongoing. Those who support halfway houses feel that they do a good job in saving the state money and rehabilitating inmates. For Zawbdiyel Media, this is Zawbdiyel Jones. Thanks for listening.